Hi there. Nature. It's quite beautiful. Sometimes. Sometimes I find that is very annoying is how you can learn stuff in games that are helpful in real life, but people just say they're bad for you and make you violent. So let's talk about it. Like, I actually learned a lot from Minecraft, but people just say they're bad for you for no reason. Like, do they think killing a mob in a game will cause you to go crazy and start hurting people? Speaking of mobs, let's talk about Australia, the home of all things dangerous. The entire country should have a not safe for children under the age of dead on it. Like, I remember seeing something that said if there was a plant in Australia that if you touched it would make you want to kill yourself from the pain. And apparently some animals who brushed against it would jump off a cliff rather than dealing with the pain. My gosh. Now for the nature rating, where we rate the nature. But not out of 10, no. Out of 72.5. Australia gets, drumroll please, -1 out of 72.5. Maybe less death would give you a higher rating. Next, trees. Why do we have this as its own category? I have no idea. Oh wait, I'm gonna give you guys a top 5 amazing facts list about trees. 1. Trees are named trees. 2. They have wood. 3. Most are brown and green. 4. They're outside. And 5. They exist. Wasn't that great? 72.5 out of 72.5. They are very iconic in nature. So that's why that was the rating. Next, bald eagles. They are the symbol of America. One of the only things I know about these are Benjamin Franklin wanted the national bird to be the turkey. But no! Personally, I would be fine either way. Nature rating? 56 out of 72.5. It's reasonable. Okay, really, I just randomly typed a number on my keyboard less than 72.5. Next, let's talk about the Amazon rainforest tragedy. For this nature, we are gonna have to talk about the Amazon rainforest. For that, let's go to Brazil. Well, if you saw ads, you would know I never read articles. So what did I do? Why, I made Editor Oven do the research. In fact, he wrote this entire section except this line. Okay, let's talk about rainforests. So let's put our minds into Brazil circa 1990. And let's look at the inflation chart. And oh my god! So imagine you are a relatively poor farmer and you need some money. And it just so happens there's a large rainforest that's already really deforested near your home. And decide to burn down some of it for new farmland. Now imagine thousands of farmers doing that every year since the 1960s. You can start getting an idea of how much damage this was doing. This kept happening for a long time, but then some people tried to stop it and may have started the 2019 Amazon fires while doing that. And even now, much hasn't been done in a way of stopping it. So humans made the bed, now they have to sleep in it. Okay, we're gonna stop here because Bean made me. Why is that in the script that I'm supposed to say? Nice job, Oven. Dude, oh my gosh. Let's carry on. Anyways, nature rating, -3 out of 72.5. As of right now, the nature rating leaderboard looks like this. The Amazon rainforest is in 4th place. Australia is in 3rd place. The bald eagles in 2nd place. And trees are in 1st place. Congrats, trees. But not yet. Something else could get 73 points. Don't ask. Anyways, next up is PETA. Or people for the ethical treatment of animals. But apparently that's not always the case. Because one time they hecking stole a little girl's dog. And killed it! What the hecking heck? Hardly ethical. Rename yourself PETA. Or people for the inhumane treatment of animals. Gladly, they got sued over. But sadly, no one seems to remember this case. Heck PETA! -72.5 out of 72.5. We don't need an explanation. You already know why. Next on the list are road trips, but Honter will talk about that. Only because he had the idea.
Hello, it's me again. Remember, I was in the last animation video. Anyways, I'll be talking about road trips. Okay, let's imagine you're in the car in a road trip. So you get bored. Wanna know why? Well, the problem is that they say you're meant to enjoy the scenery, but you're actually sitting in a car for 90% of the time. Look at your stuff through the window. Gee, fun! Anyways, the nature rating for road trips are 60 out of 72.5. Congrats, I guess. Alright, that's it for me. Only because this is the only thing I feel like talking about.
Alright, we have more. So we will update the leaderboard. Peta in 6th place. In 5th place, Rainforests. In 4th place, Australia. In 3rd place, Bald Eagles. In 2nd place, Road Trips. And Trees in 1st place. Next up, the sort of creepy creatures of the night, owls. You'll probably ask, how are owls creepy? If you see those yellow eyes in the dark, it's creepy. To make it worse, they can rotate their heads 360 degrees. Like, who came with that idea? How do they not break their necks? Nature rating? 62 out of 72.5. This is because they're creepy. But other than that, they're fine. Now for my actual relationship with nature. I don't like it. I would rather be inside all day. It's just boring. I mean, I like just laying in the sun, but I would rather work on videos and kill my eyes. Anyways, this section's nature level. 0 out of 72.5. You know why it's 0. Because I don't like going outside. There. So, now since we got a new score, leaderboard time! Peta in 7th. Rainforest in 6th. Australia in 5th. In 4th, Bald Eagles. In 3rd, Road Trips. In 2nd, Owls. And Trees in 1st. Next, oceans. You see, in just about everything that mentions the ocean, it also mentions the fact that only 5% of the ocean has been fully explored. It's become the news media's version of only 10% of people who watch me are subscribed. I mean, it's true, but no need to mention it every 5 seconds. I mean, if plastic counted as explorers, it would be like 90%. Also, sharks. You see people saying stuff like, oh, sharks aren't actually that dangerous and only kill blah 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 number of people each year. I mean, okay, but that doesn't make them not scary. And anglerfish are just as creepy as heck. Nature rating 40 out of 72.5. Next, lakes, aka Ocean's Light. Imagine an ocean but without the following. 1. Sharks. 2. Saltwater. 3. Creepy fish. And 4. A large surface area that if you get lost in could be fatal. They are basically like a large pool with boats. In another pro, they get warm a lot faster since they're smaller. Pretty neat! Nature rating 72 out of 72.5. Now, let's review our nature rating leaderboard. Peta in 10th. The Amazon Rainforest Tragedy in 9th. Australia in 8th. My Relation with Nature in 7th. Oceans in 6th. Bald Eagles in 5th. Road Trips in 4th. Owls in 3rd. Lakes in 2nd. And Trees in 1st. So far, trees are doing pretty good, with lakes right on their tail. Next up, zoos. These are places with many types of animals. Like, how the heck did they get polar bears and penguins here? Who knows? But they're cool to look at. And possibly smelly. But the problem with zoos, the protection. Like, what if someone broke all the glass protecting the reptiles in the reptile house like in Harry Potter? I would freak out. That scene was pog, though. Anyways, what is the nature rating? 50 out of 72.5. Congrats, zoos! With this info, zoos are now in 6th place. We're not showing the leaderboard again yet, but I'm just showing you why zoos are pog. Will anything beat the trees? Definitely. What could possibly beat trees, you might ask? Well, that would be Terra, Earth. The one place we know has life, the only living nature. And so we should take care of it and not let the rainforest tragedy happen worldwide. It's our job to preserve this earth and keep it alive. We shouldn't keep throwing plastic into oceans and polluting and killing fish in our sacred waters. It's not good for any of us if we pollute our planet into oblivion. Let's take care of our earth so it can stay number one forever.
It's a sappy ending.
So it's time for our final rankings. PETA in 11th, the Amazon rainforest tragedy in 10th, Australia in 9th, my relation with nature in 8th, oceans in 7th, zoos in 6th, bald eagles in 5th, road trips in 4th, owls in 3rd, trees in 2nd, and earth in 1st. Let's take care of our planet. See you next video!